Parenting in the 21st century is ever evolving, and while you balance work, kids, and your sanity, it's easy to feel discouraged. Welcome to the Super Parent Syndrome with your host, Dr. Nick Fanning.
So I just got done with a run jog, using like an app. So you might have to put up with my hard breathing and also the birds and everything going on. Got up at 4:30 this morning, so actually earlier, but I couldn't go back to bed. Now here's my point is this. During my run today, I was really having a hard time pushing myself past my comfort zone. And it occurred to me that a lot of people, myself included, struggle with that. Meaning, here's the thing. Growth only happens outside of your comfort zone. Now here's the thing. As you're working out, as you're talking with people, as you're colliding with your spouse, maybe not even colliding, just talking. We have this problem with going up to our comfort zone but not past it. It occurs to me that that's half your training. Okay? So, for example, let's say you're taking a Couch to 5K app or something like that. At first, they might have you jog for 30 seconds, walk for 30 seconds, or jog for a minute, walk for 2 minutes. And slowly over time, over the weeks, they change it. They change it so then it's 5 minutes of jogging, 2 minutes of walking, or 1 minute and 1 minute. My point being is this, is that unless you consistently push yourself out of your comfort zone, there's going to be no growth there. So, for example, some of the people I know who are in the worst shape, they claim to walk 2 miles a day, or they claim to, have a clean diet, and they go out for a walk every single day, or they'll hit the gym every single day. And yet, you look at them, or you see them getting out of a chair, and you can see clearly, plain as day, they're not healthy. They're not even happy with it. But yet they have this story in their head that they're doing everything possible because they're doing the same thing every single day. Now, there's something to be said about maintaining a level where you're at and doing that. But if you're going to try to grow, if you're going to try to improve, or at least recover, you got to start doing stuff outside of that comfort zone. You just need to push yourself in some way, shape, or form. And so that can be in the form of writing down a workout plan, of saying, okay, this is the workout I did last time. How did it go? Great. I felt strong, or I felt weak, or I felt pretty good through here. This is where I struggled. And then sitting down and saying, okay, next time I do this workout, this is what I'm going to do instead, to push yourself. Same goes with relationships, guys. Same goes with your spirituality or even meditation. Same goes with relationships with your kids or business. If you're not sitting down on a regular basis assessing and deciding where you're going to go a little bit more next time, then you're falling into the seductive trap of feeling like you're doing the work and really not doing anything. So, for example, this is something I typically see in business, is that I'll be working with a client and they'll just talk about how busy they are. Okay, and they'll be like, well, I still have my office, I still have all my clients, I got to do trainings, I got to do bookkeeping, I got to do all this stuff, and I'm just busy. There's no way I can fit something new in. So these folks are talking about, I can't fit anything in. Now, then there's me, who I have 4 kids. I have my business, chiropractic business. I also have a podcast, as you're listening to, and I have coaching on the side as well. And I'm saying that, okay, I'm looking at these folks, I'm like, yeah, you're probably busy, but at the same time, you're feeding into these lies that you're totally packed and that you can't fit anything more. It's like this. If you've ever gone to high school and then all of a sudden you go to college and then you realize, holy moly, I thought I was busy back then. Or hey, I always thought class was hard back then. Now look at it. Or you look at college going into a master's program or into a doctorate or even in post-grad work. Okay? Every step we take, we look back and be like, oh man, if only I would have appreciated it. If only I could have done that. Man, I had it easy back then. Well, the same thing's going to be with your running. The same thing's going to be with your working out. But the thing where we fail to do is apply it to our relationships, of saying, what happens if you do have that awkward conversation about sex or about your needs or about what you want or when a spouse unknowingly puts you down or gives you the look or tells you to stop talking or tells you to watch it or whatever it might be, and having that weird conversation of saying, maybe even it's later or it's in the moment of saying like, hey, that's not okay. I did not appreciate this. Or, hey, do you remember earlier when you did this? It hurt me like this, this, and this. Now, those are not comfortable conversations, but I can tell you this is that the work and the courage required to do those is well worth it, meaning that you're putting off things like divorce later on in life, or you're putting off things such as animosity or not having sex for months or weeks on end. Okay, it could be as far as your spirituality of saying like, I go to this Thursday morning Bible study and I go to church on Sunday, and that's my job. That's what I do. But, what are you doing to challenge yourself or dive in extra? Okay, so some people find this super simple. They're doing Bible studies constantly. They're doing meditation retreats. They're doing those things earlier. And then some of you folks are saying like, well, hey, I'm a devout Christian, and I show that devoutness by going to church every Sunday and maybe helping out with the Vacation Bible School once a year. For you guys have gotten comfortable with this, and there's no growth there. Okay, or maybe it's meditation. Maybe you're saying like, hey, I know I need to meditate, but I just don't find the time to do it, or I don't really make the time to do it. So folks, I'm really kind of rambling here, but there's example after example of these things. And especially anybody with kids, they know that kids kind of come up with this automatic intensity change, meaning as they grow, they become automatically harder, and they push you outside your comfort zone because you're pushing. Now here's the thing. What if instead of becoming reactive, you're proactive about it? Yeah, see? What if you actually planned for these things? Or you were the one that was taking up the intensity as they grow. Okay? Coming up with even your own lesson plan of saying like, hey, this is the age where I learn this. I'm going to make sure I teach my kid this. Or whatever it might be. You can come up with these things for yourself. So, here's the thing, folks. I want you to take a moment to reflect. And I want you to write down in your journals, what was your major takeaway from this? And then what is going to happen from it? So for example, you might be saying like, okay, my takeaway was that I have not been training myself to be out of my comfort zone in this area. And this is what I'm going to do about it. So that's your homework. Thanks for listening. Sorry about the hard breathing and the trains and the road noise. But I wanted to give you guys some good content and something to go from this. So this is Dr. Nick Fanning, signing off.
Thanks for listening to another episode of The Super Parent Syndrome. Please be sure to visit peptalksforparents.com for more content and our free newsletter. And remember, you are not alone.